here you're being asked to find the length of line segment EF on the coordinate plane. And they give us the coordinates of E and F, E being negative 1, comma 2, F being 6, comma negative 2. Okay, so my distance formula is the square root of x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. Okay? The key thing to remember about the distance formula is, first, it doesn't matter which coordinates x1, y1, the other one's x2, y2. That doesn't matter. The answer will be the same regardless. But what you do have to make sure is you do not substitute the negative signs with the subtraction signs. We also need to remember that we need to follow order of operations. So let's fill in our x values. So I have negative 1 minus 6. And for y, I have 2 minus a negative 2. Okay, this is where a lot of students make that mistake of doing 2 minus 2, and they substitute that negative for the subtraction sign. Don't do that. Okay. Next, we want to do parentheses. Okay, and we have to remember when we are subtracting that we need to add the opposite. Okay, so negative 1 minus 6 becomes negative 1 plus a negative 6, which gives me a negative 7 squared. And just to color code things a little bit, so when I have 2 minus a negative 2, I need to add the opposite, or keep, change, flip. So 2 minus a negative 2 becomes 2 plus 2, which is 4 squared. Okay. Now we're going to do our exponents. Remember, negative 7 squared is the same as negative 7 times negative 7. And 4 squared is the same as 4 times 4. Okay, so a negative a negative times a negative gives me a positive. Okay, so this is going to give me 49 plus, and 4 squared is 16. Now, all I have to do is add 49 and 16. And I apologize, my mental math is terrible, so let me grab a calculator. So we have 49 plus 16 gives me 65. Okay, so, and then my last step will always be to take the square root of 65. Okay, now taking the square root of a number is not the same as dividing by 2. So this is where you're going to have a calculator for this one. So you're going to take find the square root button of 65, and we get 8.06. Okay, now that is the length, or the distance, of line segment EF, and because it's on the coordinate plane, we just refer to it as units, not specifically centimeters or inches or anything.